Hello, everybody. Dominique here of DomDrives.com here at Lakewood Ford in Lakewood, Washington. I wanted to take a quick moment to do a video presentation of the 2016 Ford Fusion Titanium, equipped with the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder EcoBoost motor. Here we have our intelligent access key showing our auto unlock, lock, remote start, trunk release, and panic alarm system. 17-inch 10-spoke aluminum wheels, standard on the Titanium. Quick look of the interior layout showing steering wheel, dashboard, and My Ford Touch center stack. On the driver's side door panel, 3 different memory seat settings and power controls for our rear view mirrors. Here on the steering wheel, you'll find 2 different directional pads on either side controlling 2 different LCD screens in our cluster gauge. The one on the right for our My Ford Touch multimedia system, and on the left for our display mode for our trip information and fuel economy, with voice-activated commands, volume controls, cruise control, as well as adaptive mode. Take a look at the My Ford Touch. Here we have our 8-inch touchscreen multimedia system called the My Ford Touch. It's divided into 4 different quadrants that are also color coordinated to access each one of the screen's options. We're going to go ahead and get started in the top left-hand corner here, yellow for phone. Once I've had my phone connected via Bluetooth, this is what my phone tablet looks like. I have a dial pad to where I can dial numbers physically using the touchscreen, answering my calls and hanging them up, as well as tabs to the left-hand side showing my quick dial to where I can save up to 10 numbers directly from my call log or phone book for easy access and voice-activated commands, quick dial 1, quick dial 2. I also have here my phone contacts downloading onto the hard drive. And as you can see here, they're grouped A through F, G through L, M through S, T through Z, and other for designated numbers, which also gives me easy voice-activated commands for my contacts as they're saved in my phone book. Down below here, I have my call history where I can see my incoming calls, my outgoing calls, as well as my missed calls. And again, to the right-hand side here, I have another access point to my quick dial functions. If I do have an Android phone, I do have text message display right here below. And we also have our Bluetooth settings as well for adding additional Bluetooth devices, as well as managing via previously connected Bluetooth devices. Back to the home screen, I'm now going to access the red tab in the bottom left-hand corner for my entertainment functions. And again, we have a similar setup showing tablets to the left of not only my AM, FM, and Sirius satellite radio. FM and Sirius are HD capable, but in addition to that, I have 3 different tablets on each one of those tabs to where I have the option of saving up to 6 presets per tab page. I have my single disc CD player here, USB connectivity for a hardline in, as well as Ford's unique Smart Charge outlet port. And if I hit the tab below here, now I have my Bluetooth radio. So see here it says my iPhone, and I can now play my music wirelessly from my phone through the system with artist, track, and album display. Down below here, I do have my SD card as well. In the glove box down below, I have an SD card holder to where if I had music and or photos, I can insert that SD card to play my music as well as display my photos for the multimedia screen's wallpaper. I also have physical buttons down below here for switching from track to track, tuning from station to station or preset to preset, my volume controls here, my sound settings, and ejecting the CD player here. I also have replay, scan, options for my entertainment functions, direct tune for my Sirius satellite FM or AM radio. For example, if I wanted to tune to a direct station, we're on Sirius satellite, so if I were to go tune to channel 45, enter there. Shade 45, one of my favorite Sirius XM radio stations, excuse me. Gonna go ahead and get back to the home screen here. Now we're gonna move to the bottom right-hand corner of our climate control screen. And right here from the home page, I can see my air-conditioned seat, heated steering wheel, and driver side air-conditioned seat and heated seat as well. Both my air-conditioned seat have high, medium, and low, as well as my driver's heated seat with high, medium, and low settings. Same thing here for my passenger seat as well. In addition to that, I also do have the heated steering wheel function. So should I decide to press that, I can now enjoy the heated steering wheel on those cold Northwest mornings. But once I select the climate control screen, now I have a more in-depth idea of the touchscreen functions for my climate control. So not only do I have fan control here, get that heated seat off as well, excuse me folks, but I also have climate control functions for my defrost, rear defrost, auto, AC, max AC, and max defrost. I also have physical buttons lining the outside of the center stack here should I choose not to use the touchscreen option to access those particular menu options. Going back to the home tab here, now I have my navigation screen. Ford has a really unique navigation system. With the purchase of every vehicle, you have an SD card that houses all of your mapping information that you as the consumer can update from home with your account on syncmyride.com. Free account, excuse me. So here I have my map display, and right up top here, I have the destination menu. And this is how I'll be able to input my specific addresses or specific information for my designated destination. I can save my home address, favorites, it saves previous destinations as well. But in addition to that, one of the coolest points about the Ford navigation system is once I hit this point of interest tab, I now have an option of selecting designated points of interest, whether that be banks, restaurants, accommodations, and parking. And if I hit fuel station right up top here, and we'll wait for that to load here, not only will it populate the gas stations that are in my area, but it'll also populate with proximity as well. In addition to that, I also have the option of scrolling down a little bit further here, searching for coffee houses, shopping, electronics, parks, and even airports. Here on the left-hand side, I can also search by area and search by name. The navigation menu is also accessible via voice-activated commands. Another one of my favorite functions for the 8-inch multimedia display is I have a very large backup camera display. Once I go into reverse, I can see directly behind me with gauges to give me a proximity distance of objects behind me. Given that I turn the wheel to the right here, I also have an additional guide for the swinging width of my vehicle in the given direction that I'm also backing up. In addition to that, should I need to get particularly close, whether I'm in downtown Tacoma, downtown Seattle, or any major metropolitan area doing parallel parking, I have the option of seeing a zoom in function where literally right here is my rear bumper. In addition to that, you also do have the audible aid to where as I encroach upon a metal object, I will hear beeping. The closer I encroach, the more consistent that beeping will become. Another excellent comfort feature that also doubles as a safety feature on the Ford Fusion is I actually have a directional pad located right there on my steering wheel that gives me the option of being able to control all of the touchscreen options on the MyFord Touch. So from here, I can select my entertainment options, going from Sirius satellite radio, scrolling down through each one of the presets that I have selected. In addition to that, if I scroll over one more time, I have the option of selecting AM radio, FM radio, Sirius satellite radio, my Bluetooth stereo as well. Going back again, I can also access my navigation to where I can see, should I have my destination in place, I would actually have an additional screen here to where I can see my route information. Phone contacts, as well as my quick dial settings, incoming, outgoing, as well as my missed calls down below. And also the option for my climate control for my driver's climate, as well as my passenger climate. And I can also adjust the temperature from the steering wheel as well without ever having to take my eyes off of the road. Now on the left-hand side of my cluster gauge, I have an additional 3.5-inch LCD screen. Also, I have a directional pad on the left-hand side of my steering wheel to access these particular menu options. So if I select my display mode, I can see my distance until empty, my RPM gauge, my RPM gauge, fuel gauge, as well as my transmission temperature. If I scroll back, I have my trip 1 and trip 2 options, showing my miles on this particular trip, my fuel economy, as well as my trip timer. Holding OK to reset all of those options. Scrolling down here to my fuel economy, I actually have a fuel history to give me the last 40 minutes of my driving time to give me fuel economy that I'm getting in real time. Down below are driver assisted technologies. And some of these things are what really makes the Ford Fusion stand out. Right up top here, I have my traction control and also my blind spot information system, which is radar detection for a vehicle coming in my blind spot that would display in my rearview mirror. I also have my cross traffic alert here, which is another safety feature that when in reverse, it will alert me when there is a vehicle coming perpendicular to my vehicle as I'm backing out of a driveway or into an incoming street. Down below here, cruise control. I'm going to go ahead and select this here. We have two modes, normal down below, as well as Ford's adaptive cruise control. This allows me, when in cruise control, to set the vehicle in cruise. It will pace itself based on the traffic that's ahead of me. In addition to that, I also have brake support, so should there be a vehicle slowing down in a quick fashion, the vehicle will brake itself to alert me as the driver that there is an impending collision ahead of me. And then I also have my driver alert for that adaptive cruise control to give me the visual or audible aid that there is an impending collision or an immediately slowing vehicle in front of me. Here's a quick look at the capless fuel system with an anti-siphoning system from the inside. And in conclusion here, we'll do a brief road test so we can really get a feel for the 2-liter EcoBoost turbocharged 4-cylinder motor. Now as I pull out here onto the incoming road here, I'm really gonna go ahead and mash on the gas so I can get an idea about all 240 horsepower at 5,500 RPMs, 270 foot-pounds of torque at 3,300 RPMs. The 2-liter EcoBoost, which comes standard in the titanium, is one of my favorite motors. It gives you a great combination of fuel economy, capable of 33 on the highway. But again, you do have that power and that get up and go should you need to merge onto the freeway quickly, pick up speed as you turn onto a busy street, excuse me. Well, folks, we appreciate you taking the time to view this video of the 2016 Ford Fusion. I hope that you found it informative. Should you have any questions, you folks can leave a comment or email Dominique, that's DOMINIQUE, at domdrives.com here at Lakewood Ford in Lakewood, Washington. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this Ford Fusion Titanium just a little bit more here. Thanks so much, guys. You guys have a great day.